Hey everyone, welcome to another video of IELTS. Just a quick video to update you on what's happening in the IELTS world out there. Well, so there's been a few changes, a few small changes to the listening test, the IELTS listening test starting January 4th, 2020, and this is to the paper-based test. So no changes to the computer-based test has been announced yet. Change 1. Remember, we used to have Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, and Section 4 in the IELTS listening test. This is now called parts. So Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4. Usually the words section and part are often used interchangeably, but I think now parts seem to be a bit more clearly reworded than before when sections was used. Again, this is only a small change. So we're going to call them parts now. The second change, and this is the big one. There will be no demo example in IELTS Listening Part 1. So in Part 1, a small demo section of the tape is played at the start, and then there's always an answer that you can see in your IELTS Listening test sheet. Now, there will be no such demo. And this used to give candidates some time to read the questions in listening part 1. So now you won't have that time basically. So here, all I want to say is make sure that you try to pre-read as much as possible when you get the chance and not look back when you finish each individual listening part. So the key here is the more you pre-read, the better your listening will be. Let's move on to change number 3. Now, change 3 is a small one. There will be no reference to page numbers anymore. And what this means is the tape will not say, now turn to page 3 or now turn to page 4 as they usually did. Which would mean, and what this means for the candidates is they will now have to focus a bit more on where they are in accordance with the listening tape. So, what do all these changes mean for us as candidates taking the test? So I think change 1 and 3 are quite minimal. They don't make a lot of impact. But I think change 2, removal of the demo example in listening part 1 is going to sort of cost us a bit more on time. So this is going to make listening a bit more difficult. It's not impossible. It's just going to make it a little bit more challenging, especially since you don't have that extra time. So that's all time we have for today. Thank you very much for listening, and bye for now.